Marty Nemko. This is a little essay called Small Occurrences. When I was maybe 8 years old, I recall my father talking with a friend, and he said, "Voik." I don't remember the context, but I inferred that he meant that work was central. I sense that contributes to what many people would call my insane work ethic. Maybe even more contributory was seeing how hard my father worked, and despite being a Holocaust survivor, never complaining and rarely talked about it. Indeed, the most memorable thing he ever said to me was, "Martin, the Nazis took 5 years from my life. I won't give them 1 minute more. Martin, never look back. Always take the next step forward." As a child, kids often beat me up. I never knew why. My best guess is that I was verbally precocious. My hand was always raised in class. But physically reticent. It's not a good combination. I remember one kid saying, "You may beat me inside the classroom, but I'll beat you outside." And he and his buds often did. And that began my wariness of people. My mother hit me regularly with a strap. Her blue-collar background led her to believe that's how you discipline a child. I resented her until one day, for no reason, at around age 25, I forgave her. I simply told her, "I know you did what you think was right." I have never hit my child and consider it one of parenting's primary wrongs. I found solace as a kid in playing the piano. After school one day, I went into the school auditorium and played the piano, imagining the seats were filled with rapt students and parents. My reverie was interrupted by the custodian who barked, "Who gave you permission to be in here?" I peeped no one, and he yelled, "Out!" To this day, while I occasionally break a rule, like run a stop sign late at night when no cars are around, I feel scared and guilty whenever I do that, or something like that. The most memorable thing I learned in school was a lesson taught by my 7th grade science teacher, Mr. Baum. He taught us 4 techniques that advertisers use to manipulate us. For example, the bandwagon technique. Everyone's buying it. My life's happiest moment may have been when I was among the kids who were skipping down the street having won a skit competition. I've always been an outsider, and that was a rare exception. I look back at it wistfully. When I was a research assistant, eager to make a good impression, I was friendly and upbeat. But a couple of weeks later, one of the researchers said, "Marty, you've gotten so serious." Well, that reflects my true nature. I can't help reverting to my natural self. A stereotypical young idealist, I ran drug prevention classes in a junior high school in New York City. I couldn't even control the kids, let alone get them to stop taking drugs. They ran around, and whether I was kind or tough, the implied response was, "You can't make me." Well, that put a dent in my idealism. Perhaps born of insecurity or kindness or a combination, I try to make my career counseling clients feel very welcome. So I often bake muffins and always offer coffee or a soft drink. Well, a client thanked me, and then I said something like, "Well, I want to make you feel special." Somehow she interpreted that as a "come on, ridiculous," but she wrote that in her online review of me. That hurt, because it was so wrong. No good deed goes unpunished. Well, since then, I am super cautious in what I say. The thread here is that people have often disappointed me. I could give you many more examples, from the ever more common ghosting to having to endure a troll for a long time. Most people feel more positively about humankind, so I guess it's at least partly my fault. But I want to end here on a happy note. Technology, while sometimes frustrating, continues to give me many satisfying moments. I'm ever grateful when I use my iPhone, or when GPS helps me get there, or I can watch movies and TV shows on demand. So, does any of this encourage you to list moments that continue to affect you? Anyway, that's Small Occurrences. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, and certainly would welcome you taking a look at any of my 35 books. Perhaps the most relevant to this would be A Dose of Reality, but all 35 are on Amazon. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko.